Okay, it's Sunday and we're going to try doing something that the doctor's been telling me that I should do for about the last 3 years. So, the problem with all this editing, filming, riding around on motorcycles, enjoying yourself, the problem is with it, it just isn't that energetic, right? And I think I've put about 10 kilos on in the past year. Never mind, before that, the doctor told me I was overweight. So it ain't rocket science I'm overweight. And it ain't rocket science how we're going to get rid of it, right? We've got to do more exercise. So what I've been thinking about doing is motor hiking. Now, there is some amazing places in Tenerife that you do need to just get off the bike and take a small hike to see some of the most breathtaking scenery that there is on this island. Views that are just so outstanding, they are world class, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to start this new series of motor hiking. We're going to find the best routes to ride on the bike, to be able to get off, and not a great big taxing hike up a mountain, but just to be able to go and get a couple of kilometers in, just to freshen up, a bit of exercise, which is going to benefit both the rider and the actual experience. So this is what we're going to put together, and then we're going to kind of put these on the website that you can go out and do them on a tour. I'm here today, I'm just overlooking Los Cristianos. This is a fantastic spot. I love doing a bit of filming here. And the reason I'm waving these about, well, these are our new range of summer biker gloves. So they're short, they're nicely stitched, they're good quality leather, and they're lined, which is a bonus for me because I see a lot of these gloves, and I've tried a lot of these gloves that are on the internet and Instagram, and you get them and they're kind of like gardening gloves that have just been adapted. These are actually really good quality leather. We've had these made for the company. These are under our ERT brand, ERT Biker Apparel, and they're a little bit tight because that's how I wanted them. I don't like baggy gloves, and I think they're pretty cool, yeah. So that's that. So what else have we got going on? One more thing I wanted to show you. A couple of people have asked me on the videos about this mount for the phone. This is a freak mount. This is billet alloy with a very, very strong magnet on the back. Yeah, that just screws in. They're on the internet. I'm going to put the link for these in. If you're like me and you do a lot of riding on different bikes, having something that just clamps to the bars can be a pain. This is magnetized, a really, really strong magnet. Let's just stick the phone in. Holds onto any phone and drops onto the tank, and it stays there and it's safe. So that's what we're going to be doing with that today. We're going to try that out. I'm really pleased with them mounts, and you've probably seen me using them in a lot of the other videos. Right then, let's get going. We're going to head up the mountain. I've got this one planned out in Ifonche. I'm going to head up the mountain. I'm going to get the drone out today. We're going to try and do this follow on the drone, which I know is meant to be really good on these Mavic 3 Pro things. Let's try it out today. I'm not that tech-minded, so we'll see how we get on with it as a novice. Right then, let's get going.
Engaged, time passed, wedding day. Then my feet turned cold at the tone of those wedding bells. I felt bad, everybody got dressed up, but I knew I'd messed up, so I had to fess up that all I really wanted was just to get drunk as hell. So I jilted that poor woman and I got drunk as hell. I'm a talking about hellfire, hellfire, yeah, hellfire, hellfire, oh hellfire. That's where I'm bound. I'm talking about hellfire, hellfire, Sunday morning, knew the place. So I stumbled into church and sat down for a spell. A few minutes in, I felt free of sin, so I polished up my bottle of bathtub gin and got stinking, dirty, awful, drunk as hell. Yeah, right there in the back pew I got...
We're just coming to the end of June, and one of the things that's considerably different about Tenerife this year is the weather. We've had a very good beginning of the year with some really warm days. We haven't had so many thick calimas, which we usually do get. And what we do have, oh hold on, we've got a guy here. And what we do get is usually a real nice build up into the heat into June, July, August. Well, I'm riding up here today and I can feel that the temperature here is dropping and it's feeling a bit cold. I mean, a bit cold to me is anything under 19 degrees. So, probably not that cold for a lot of people. But no, normally it would be kind of really warm now. We get into the stage where you'd be simply in t-shirts. Difficult to ride as it gets hotter because the air is warm, and the air is that warm that the harder you ride, the hotter you get. But I don't know, the weather's changing everywhere. I hope it don't affect us too much. I didn't move here for the cold, I know that. Love these mountain roads. The road glide, well, I suppose you could say it's a bit big for them really, but it's a touring bike at the end of the day. The great thing with it is you haven't got to work the box so much on it because, you know, it's built for touring. You can go up and down on the gaps and, you know, you're forever in and out of the gears. The Triumph for me does tend to, especially the bobber, just tend to stick between second and third a bit, and there needs another gear in between on it, just the way that it's geared. But these for the Harleys, you can stick it in third, fourth gear, sit in it, the torque will carry you up the mountain. One thing I love about them, apart from everything else of course, it begins with Harley and ends in Davidson. It usually gets my vote. These old Fincas that you come across, people buy these and renovate them because they're actually a building, so they have the permissions. But there's so many of them just left derelict, and a lot of the time it's so difficult to get all of the materials and so expensive to get the materials out to them, which is why a lot of them don't sell. They just sit there riding. It's such a shame. Look at this, absolutely incredible landscape. I did this in a car the last time when we came down, and the difference when you do it on the bike, just incredible. Now this is just coming into the area of Ifonche. Now you come to this restaurant and what you've got to do is carry on down. Don't take the left, go straight on down this little track. There's a bit of parking up here. And then you'll see these signs for the walking. If we're just going to get ourselves a bit of safe ground to park on. We get the drone in the air and then we'll take it from there. Right, so that's the bike parked up, and we're going to check this walk out. So let's have a look. First of all, you'll usually get a lot of information, although that's a bit faded now, but you'll see these, and these are old tracks that have been here for years, and they actually used to use them, and you can come on some of them on bikes. Some of them can take 4x4 vehicles. This one, I know the last time I did it, well, so we're going to get some of this weight off us. So the last time I did this was about 2 years ago, 10 kilos lighter at least. Let's see how we get on. Amazing place, really. And what I do want to do is get the drone up in the air and see if we can get this kind of follow bit, but also I don't want to go too mad to start with, because technology, phones, cameras, can be a bit much, couldn't it? So off we go into the forest. It's amazing, really, isn't it? Even just all the different formations of rocks and I suppose you really should do this sort of stuff with somebody, because on these trails you can often get complete black points where there is no service on the phone. So having someone else with you, probably a good thing. You see, these rocks are marked up, so we know we're on the actual trail, we know we're on the track. You can get maps as well with all this stuff on, so you can see exactly where you're going to go. And on Google Earth, they're also marked down, which allows you to see how taxing they are if, like me, you're as fit as, well, let's say. Hola.
Yes.
Like as fit as them. Oh. Hola, ¿qué tal? Obviously a popular one, this. All these fit people like me are working their pants off. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I'm just about done now. Should we turn around? Right. Mad, isn't it? Got all this different, just naturally carved in to the landscape. Incredible. Let's have a quick look round. Look at that. you ain't gonna get these kind of areas. You ain't gonna get to them on your bike, are you? So, getting off, introducing a bit of walking, I can't see it being a bad idea. Okay. I think what I'm going to do now, get this drone set up and see if we can get this follow thing going on it, and see how we go with that. So I've got that drone on now behind us, as you can see. First time I've really used it because I just haven't had time. Been so busy with the volcano hunt and everything else that we've been doing. And I've been wanting to get this new series started just so I start being a bit more energetic. And hopefully this whole drone thing now will be pretty good. We'll see. I'll certainly get the blood going anyway. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. That's fantastic how it does that. And that just stays there. Right. Let's keep going.
Hey, are you alright? They ask me, sitting with a glass of whiskey, eyes glazed over, looking at the skyline. Said, friend, you know I love this city, but sometimes you have to excuse me. I let myself get lost up in my mind, and I go to my countryside, take some time, remember the night, sitting by the fire, leaning back, watching the red sky sunset. Let those bare feet sway and swing, feel that warm breeze in that piece of my mind. My countryside. Sometimes I wonder why I left my home. I fit in here but don't belong. I miss the grass and the soil beneath my feet. Pecan rolls on Sunday morning, I can smell the fresh warm coffee pouring. Though I am far from home, home is not far from me. I can go to my countryside, take some time, remember nights sitting by the fire.
Well, it was a learning curve, definitely. The amount of weight I've lost because my trousers are slipping down my waist. Or maybe it's just because I ain't done a lot of walking for a long time. But we've been and had a look. It's definitely something I want to start doing more of because there's just some amazing things to see. And if I can get the hang of the drone, I mean, I'm a long way off that yet. But with a few YouTube videos and a few tutorials, then we'll get the hang of that and we'll get the controls down. But look at this. I mean, this is the sort of stuff my boys would love to do on a motorbike. They are all trained motocross champions. Well, my two of them are. The other lad gave up when he was a bit younger, but my eldest lad went on to be sponsored by KTM, and my kind of Billy, who's the mechanic who just loves bikes, he was championship on the 85 category. So we spent many years training down on the motocross tracks, and this, what they would call enduro, they'd love it. If I was 20 years younger, I might even join them. But I've got something new coming up for the next video, which is a bit of a off track again and a walk, but this time we're going to take a walk around a real leprosy ghost town. See you next week.